Sasuke is definitely the coolest character in Naruto history, and we know his Rinnegan was a little bit different than most. Some might say it's a six-path Rinnegan, which is true, but there are some things you need to know about this Rinnegan and why it's even different in the first place, so stick around for that. In order for you to understand where this really came from, we gotta take it one step down. We're looking at Madara first, the original final boss of Naruto, and what we know is before he awakened the Rinnegan, he had already the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, which he got by implanting his brother Uzuno's eyes into his eyes after he died. Then after his great fight against Hashirama that literally shook the world, he literally tried to steal his cells, which he succeeded in, and he put those cells into his own body in order to awaken the Rinnegan. I guess he already knew, because he read the Uchiha Stone Tablet, that this is necessary to get the Infinite Tsukuyomi. Now, even though he succeeded in getting the Rinnegan, remember guys, he had to wait like 50 years before it actually awakened. And so, how Sasuke got his Rinnegan is basically how, on the verge of death, Kabuto tried to save his life using his medical ninjutsu in addition to the Hashirama cells he has been studying. And basically what he does is he injects those cells right into Sasuke, or therefore awakening a Rinnegan. But they wouldn't have awakened right there. It would have awakened like 20 years later at least. Even though he's a main character, that doesn't mean he can just bypass those rules. So what happened instead was hagoromo awakened at the exact same time that basically Ashura and Indra chakra mixed. His spirit awakened and they came down to give him the message that, hey guys, my mom is really strong. Here's a little bit about our history, how me and my brother beat her. And before he left, he gave Sasuke basically extra chakra on top of the fact that he just got Hashirama cells. So what happened was, he basically got the Rinnegan and it mutated into the sixth best Rinnegan. Therefore, it also shows the Sharingan is still present, which is why even with the Rinnegan on, he can still use Sharingan abilities. They're not gone because he still uses a Matarasu even with it. So yeah, and now you know a little bit about how the Sharingan adapts into the Rinnegan slowly but surely. And basically it matters how far you were along. Like if you had just a base 3 tomoe Sharingan and then you awaken a Rinnegan, it would just be a regular looking Rinnegan. It would not be like the 6 tomoe Rinnegan that Sasuke got. His is basically a super amped version of the standard Rinnegan. And now you're probably wondering, okay, since he has such a good Rinnegan, how come he didn't use more of his skills? Well, I'll explain that too. You see, his Amenotejikara, the main ability of his Rinnegan that he uses the most, you see that takes up a lot of chakra. Because as you see in Boruto, he runs out of chakra a lot of times, and a lot of fans were very worried about it. Like, what the heck? Just use a few abilities and already out of chakra. This guy must suck. Well, you see, just opening up a few portals alone to other dimensions already takes up literally a third of his chakra, as he stated in one of the novels. And basically, also using the Amenotejikara, that takes up a lot of chakra because literally you're switching places and teleporting at the same time. Like, that's gotta be a lot. And basically, and that on top of his normal jutsus like Fireball Jutsu, Shidori, those also take up a lot of space. So basically, if you think about it, every time he enters a new dimension and then fights someone, he's already starting the battle with 25% of the chakra gone. Now honestly, do I think they should buff him? No, because he doesn't have plot armor anymore. He's not a main character, so he's more likely to die off and now in the 2 Blue Vortex, because first of all, he already doesn't have a Rinnegan, so yeah, that's already a big disadvantage that he has. And going forward, he doesn't really have any abilities left. He can still use Susanoo, we know that. Well, a lot of people have been speculating that basically he might just have like this final form Susanoo, but I don't think it's really going to do much damage. But I think I'm going to leave that for a different video. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day and stay tuned for more daily Naruto content.